Greetings from wherever you are. This is the TEKA'S show. My name is Ian Teka. Today we have a political activist from Maseno University. But before he introduces himself, if this is your first time here, click the subscribe button so that you can be updated whenever we post our videos. Thanks for making time for us. Best interest of time, let's start from right there. Briefly introduce yourself.
Thank you for the opportunity to be on TEKA'S show. I go by the name Trevor Manguya, a political activist from Maseno University.
Yes.
I'm glad to be here.
Right. You said Trevor Manguya, right? Trevor Manguya, it's all over X and other social media platforms that hashtag Ruto must go. The Gen Z seem to be actually serious about it. Do you envision a situation where Ruto will actually step down from his seat?
It is evident,
Yes,
all over the social media, on X, on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, that the slogan Ruto must go is rampant. And it is not only on social media, but also on the streets. The Gen Z are everywhere.
yes.
They are fighting for the country. We want a country where we have a say for ourselves. We want a country where we are not, let me say, we are not ruled, rather we are led. Okay, so the slogan goes, Ruto must go. That is what we are fighting for. That is what we are fighting for as Gen Z and as citizens of Kenya. So it is the responsibility of the president, with the honor given unto him, to do what the people that voted for him want him to do. Mm-hmm. But I have been actively political since I was, let me say, 18 years. And I've known this guy since that time.
Okay.
And it is very hard, from the way he speaks, from the way he's drunk with power, for him to resign as a president.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I can say.
So if the president leaves office, that slogan goes hashtag Ruto must go, right? So if the president leaves office, as you Gen Z claim, who will implement the reforms and who will take the mantle to reform the government?
It is constitutional that whenever the president leaves office, the person behind him, that is the deputy president, takes over office. So it will be the deputy president taking over office, but it will be a great honor for us as the citizens of Kenya to say what we want the deputy president to do for us. And again, if he fails, we will have the law that after 90 days, we go back to the ballot and vote for someone we want.
It's actually 99 days. But do you think Gachagua, the deputy president, is competent enough for this reformation?
It is a bit judgmental to say he's not, but it's also evident that he's not. But he seems to me as someone who can listen to what we want as people of Kenya. Because it is a fact, rather than say it's very obvious that after the 99 days, he'll want as Kenyans to vote for him. So in this, it has been a habit that during these campaign periods, the people who want power tend to do good things for the people they want to vote. They want votes from them. So chances are very high that Mr. Gachagua takes office during the 99 period time.
Yes.
He will do what we want as Kenya, so that when the time comes, we vote for him.
Okay. So you mean if we were to run elections today, Gachagua will be among the people that you will actually take so that they can run the government?
No, I haven't said that.
Yes.
I've said he'll do good for us so that we vote for him. But we know him from, he was in the government of RIP Mzee Moi, and right now he's in office as the deputy president. We know how he camouflages in some of the things.
Don't you think Gachagua is influential enough to influence the president to do whatever the Gen Z want for the betterment of the country?
It will be belittling if I would say the president cannot listen to Gachagua, the deputy, because the president during the 2013 up to 2021 term he had as the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, he disrespected the president who was above him. So how will he even start to listen to people who are under him? It's very hard.
Okay. So, Mr. Manguya, what's keeping this momentum for the Gen Z revolution? I actually thought it was fizzling, the maandamano and all the demonstrations, but it seems it's picking up every day, day in, day out. Considering the 16th July, that was on Tuesday, we are still going on with the maandamano. What is keeping this momentum?
At first,
yes,
it was peaceful. It was of goodwill. It was intentional.
At first,
it was intentional. We as Gen Zs went to the streets to fight for our rights, but it is sad that the police of our republic started to bring some animosity into the process. They started killing Gen Zs ruthlessly. That is something that really infuriated Gen Zs. That is something that is making them not to ever think of even giving up. Okay, because first of all,
so you mean when the police kill the Gen Zs is making you people more angry, so that you can proceed with the maandamano?
Why am I saying that is making us so angry? Because rather than the government focusing on what we want, they are focusing on getting us out of the streets by force. That is something that is very sad for us as citizens who voted them in. They should. We are very positive people who, when we see change that we want, why will we go to the streets when we see the change that we want? Now, why are they forcing us out of the streets and they are not doing what we want them to do?
So lately, we have seen the president on top of vehicles attributing the Gen Z protest to the foreign financiers behind the anarchy. Do you believe that these protests have financiers? Ruto is saying foreign financiers.
I don't see why there should be finances for something that is evident, something that is very visible to us, something that we can all see. It is affecting the country at large. That the economic status of the country is jeopardized, and we are very low on matters economics. Now, it is very archaic for the president to put the blame on outside finances or whatever I say. It is very archaic, according to
whoever is sponsoring the maandamano.
Nobody is sponsoring the maandamano. We are going on the streets because we want change. Now, there is no point where we need any sponsoring or whatever.
Okay, Mr. Manguya, lately we have seen crimes all over. People breaking into people's shop and other criminologies that we have had. Do you think the president is right to say that we have foreign financiers that have taken advantage of the demonstration so that they can do or achieve their goals?
Okay, what I can say, the government is the one that is financing goons to make the demonstrations seem unlawful. Because at two instances, we've seen goons with rungus get out of some government offices, getting to the streets on the days of maandamano. Where is that in the Constitution? It's nowhere in the Constitution that people should be walking around threatening Kenyans. They are in masks.
It should be peaceful.
It should be peaceful. Now, those are the same people those are the same people with those rungus. They get out there,
Yes.
they throw the rungus and get into the shops and start. How will you know that this person came from a government office and came out to steal, and he's not one of us? We don't know. They come out with rungus. If I put my rungu down here and then I join you, maybe you are having a flag. I have a bottle of water like this. I join you in the demonstration. How will you know that I'm a sponsored good? You won't know. So the moment they go there, they infiltrate the protests, and then they get into shops, they loot the shops. That is political enmity between the government and their enemies. Those are not Gen Z.
Okay, Mr. Manguya, with everything that is happening, Ruto is now calling out for dialogue. Do we need dialogue, and what format should he take to coordinate this approach that he wants to take?
I think the essence of let us look at this from this perspective.
Yes.
What is the essence of dialogue? The essence of dialogue is to come to the table with our problems, sit down, discuss the problems, and see how we can solve the problems. Now, this is it. We've come up with a very definitive list of what we want from the government. That is point number one that rules out dialogue. We've come out with a very definitive list of what we want from the government. Now, why do we need dialogue? Number two, who are we dialoguing with? We are leaderless.
The president.
Now, will all the youth go to State House? Like, we are millions of youths.
No, you can decide.
We are leaderless. We are leaderless. We cannot select leaders from our own. They will go there and do nothing. They will go there and be brainwashed, and they'll side with the government. That is something that we've suffered from time immemorial.
So you are against dialogue?
We don't want dialogue.
Okay. Ruto wants dialogue, and is in fact right now is claiming that he wants to get the approach, the venue of the dialogue. So what format do you think he can use so that it can actually be of benefit to the Gen Z?
We know the president.
Okay.
He's fond of coming to us, telling us, we will tutatenga, we have done this, we will do this. It never comes to pass. So we know very well that even during the dialogue, he will just tenga and nothing will be done.
Okay, so how best should then Ruto handle this situation? It's getting tougher every day.
He should listen to citizens and what they want.
Okay, Ruto, don't you think Ruto is listening to the Gen Z? We have seen him sacking all the cabinet secretaries. He has also sacked the AG, and we have also seen the is it IG, who also resigned the other day. Don't you think the president is listening to the Gen Z?
That is pressure. The pressure is increasing, I can say that. And he's just obliged to do that because he wants to stay in power. Because out of those all things that we wanted, he dropped the finance bill. Yes. After that, some few days later, some fuel levy was added of 7 shillings. I don't know from where. Yeah, very unconstitutional. People are crying. People are still crying. So the effects are still out there. People are still suffering. So where has he listened to Kenyans? Okay, dropping the finance bill that had not passed and maintaining one and keeping it very oppressive every day.
Yes.
It's still not hearing Kenyans. It's still very
so far you are saying or claiming that the president has not had the Gen Z. Okay, so what are your claims? What are your agendas that you feel he has not accomplished until now? Because I think programs are systematic, procedural. So I can say Ruto has begun with firing all the CS. What are your other agendas? Briefly, you can just mention a few so that you can get to know your agendas at the Gen Z.
At the Gen Z,
yes,
we want a government where we are heard as youth. Many a time the president has gone abroad, overseas. He works with the name youths, and he seeks, I don't know, jobs, I don't know, fundings for what youth.
Online
We've
works,
never seen
online
that.
works.
Online works. I don't know who does that. I've never had anyone around me saying, "Oh, I do the online work sponsored by the president." That I don't know.
Don't you think they're there, but they're not saying it out in public?
Who are the people doing that? Who are the people? Okay, the youth are the people who are supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
But where are they doing it from? It should not be something secretive. It's not a secret agency.
The other day he said that they're doing, they have workstations at Ruiru.
Now, is he a leader of I think he has been in power for a very long time. For this is like the second year, right? Almost half of his term. And he has not yet established the centers that he claims to have
workstations.
Yeah, he has not even done it to half the country. To half the country, he has not even done it. Now, do we say it's in, I don't know, the place where the guy does online works in somewhere in Rift Valley?
Remote tasks.
Yeah, somewhere in Rift Valley, some interior place in Rift Valley. Alafu, there is a day he also said that it's in Ruiru. So are they the only two centers he has made since he gained power? Now, that is just one of them. Number two, there have been mass killings during the demonstrations.
Yes.
It is so unfortunate that a leader, as a president, does not even know the number of people that have been killed during the demonstrations. That is so bad of a leader.
Why do you think the government that is insisting of 25 people that died during the demonstrations, yet media claims it is at least 41 people that died in the fatal? Why do you think the president is insisting of the 25?
That is just ignorance from his part. He's just being ignorant and trying not to say the truth. Because as 41 from peaceful protesters, there is a very big number of fatalities. Now, where is all this coming from? The president chose people basing on I don't know, political stuff. Oh, I know you, you know me, you helped me here, so I'll help you here. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Now, he chose the people that way. He chose his advisors that way. Now, these advisors are misleading him. They don't want him to know the real picture of things. And if he doesn't, he's not telling us, then that is a very bad part.
Okay, I created time and read the tweets of our former CS that were sacked recently. And it is noted that majority have not felt that bad. And what don't we know? Is it politics as usual, or they were actually sacked because of their failure to achieve whatever government wants?
Actually, I don't know whether he has done it yet, but the president sacked the 21 CS.
Yeah, 21.
Cabinet secretaries. But it is not in any memo. It's not in any social memo that has been brought out to the public saying these people have been officially sacked. Now, there might be something that they are not telling us. There might be an opportunity that they are not telling us is there.
How has the threat of reality of abduction affected your personal sense of safety and your ability to continue your activism?
Yeah. As it sounds, it's already a threat. Abduction is not something you can be happy about. Now, I've had some testimonies, very ruthless testimonies from the people who are abducted, some of which are my very close friends. It's I can say it's a process of torture, a process of not good things happening to you, and especially for those who are on the forefront during the demonstrations, it's a very great fear to the extent of even losing your psychological stability.
Okay,
I can say that. Some of us, we don't work the way we used to work normally. Some of us, we don't eat in the restaurants we used to eat normally. Some of us, we don't visit our friends at the times we used to visit our friends, because you never know what might befall you on the way. You might never reach where you are going. You might never come back. You might have your last breath that moment.
So despite, are you going to continue with the activism in the face of this threat of abduction?
I think the threat of abduction does not that does not clear the want of change in me. The want of change will keep me going. We are not scared by the abductions. We are not scared. We will die for the people of the Republic of Kenya, so that we might serve as a good example of change.
Okay, so as we wrap it up, a quick one. What is your closing thought?
My closing quote is a very famous quote that really drives me in the political journey. It's a saying from Martin Luther King Jr. He said in his speech, "I have a dream," and that dream is the dream to change. And therefore, me as an activist, I have a dream. I have a dream to change the political view of the people of Kenya. And I always say, the gentle steps of a leopard are not a sign of cowardice. So, in as much as the change might not be significant now, it will be in the near future. Thank you very much.
Today we have had the political activist from Maseno University, Mr. Manguya Trevor. Your time here is appreciated, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.